Hello student, today I am going to teach you the topic is Jahn-Taylor distortion. The tetrahedral, octahedral, trigonal prismatic, these three geometry are Jahn-Taylor active. And which geometry are Jahn-Taylor inactive? Square planar, square base pyramidal, trigonal bipyramidal. These three geometry are Jahn-Taylor inactive. Only these three geometry are Jahn-Taylor active: tetrahedral, octahedral, trigonal, prismatic. Now we can see what is meant by Jahn-Taylor distortion. Removal of degeneracy is called Jahn-Taylor distortion. What is meant by degeneracy? Degeneracy means orbital having same energy. Removal of degeneracy is called as Jahn-Taylor distortion. Now we can see what are the conditions for Jahn-Taylor distortion. What are the conditions for Jahn-Taylor distortion? First condition is if T2G is symmetrical, and EG is unsymmetrical, then there is a strong distortion. If T2G is unsymmetrical, EG is symmetrical, then there is a slightly distortion. Third case, if T2G is symmetrical, and EG is symmetrical, then there is a no distortion. These are three conditions for Jahn-Taylor distortion. If T2G is symmetrical and EG is unsymmetrical, then there is a strong distortion. If T2G is unsymmetrical, EG is symmetrical, then there is a slightly distortion. And third case is if T2G is symmetrical and EG is symmetrical, then there is a no distortion. Now we can see some example Jahn-Taylor distortion in high spin octahedral complex. For D1, first example, D1 T2G EG. Here T2G is unsymmetrical, EG is symmetrical. If T2G is unsymmetrical and EG is symmetrical, then there is a slightly distortion. Second example, D2. Here T2G is unsymmetrical, EG is symmetrical, then there is a slightly distortion. Third example, D3. 1 2 3. Here T2G is symmetrical, EG is symmetrical. If both are symmetrical, then there is a no distortion. Next example is one, two, three, 4. Here T2G is symmetrical, EG is unsymmetrical. If EG is unsymmetrical and T2G is symmetrical, then there is a strong distortion. Strong distortion. Most important. Example D5, T2G, EG 1 2 3 4 5. Here T2G is symmetrical, EG is symmetrical, EG is symmetrical, T2G is symmetrical. If both are symmetrical, then there is a no distortion. Next example D6, T2G, EG 1 2 3 4 5 6. Here T2G is unsymmetrical, EG is symmetrical. If T2G is unsymmetrical and EG is symmetrical, then there is a slightly distortion. Next example is D7, T2G, EG 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Here T2G is unsymmetrical and EG is symmetrical. If T2G is unsymmetrical and EG is symmetrical, then there is a slightly distortion. Next example D8, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here T2G is symmetrical, EG is symmetrical. If both are symmetrical, then there is a no distortion. Example D9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Here T2G is symmetrical, EG is unsymmetrical. If T2G is symmetrical and EG is unsymmetrical, then there is a strong distortion. Strong distortion in D4 high spin and D9 high spin. There is a strong distortion. Most important. Next example D10, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Here T2G is symmetrical, EG is symmetrical. If both are symmetrical, then there is a no distortion. Now we can see next examples. Jahn-Taylor distortion in low spin complex. First we can see Jahn-Taylor distortion in high spin complex. Now we can see the Jahn-Taylor distortion in low spin complex. D1, D2, D3, D8, D9, D10. Distortion same like high spin complex. Distortion same like high spin complex. Same like high spin complex. D4 low spin complex. 1 2 3. Low spin complex, therefore direct pairing. Here T2G is unsymmetrical, EG is symmetrical. If T2G is unsymmetrical and EG is symmetrical, then there is a slightly distortion. Next example, D5. One, two, three, 4, 5. Here T2G is unsymmetrical, EG is symmetrical. If T2G is unsymmetrical and EG is symmetrical, then there is a slightly distortion. Next example, D6. T2G, EG, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here T2G is symmetrical, EG is symmetrical. If both are symmetrical, then there is a no distortion. Next example, D7. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here EG is unsymmetrical, T2G is symmetrical. If T2G is symmetrical, EG is unsymmetrical, then there is a strong distortion. In D4 high spin, D9 high spin low spin complex, D7 low spin complex, there is a strong Jahn-Taylor distortion. Strong Jahn-Taylor distortion. Next, Jahn-Taylor distortion in octahedral complex. What happens when octahedral complex undergo Jahn-Taylor distortion? The octahedral complex having all metal ligand, bond length is same. After distortion, after Jahn-Taylor distortion, or what is meant by Jahn-Taylor distortion? Means after removal of degeneracy, the metal ligand bond length is change. Bond length is change. Octahedral complex. Here this 4 bond and this 2 bond length is same. It undergo Jahn-Taylor distortion or after removal of degeneracy. After removal of degeneracy, what happen? These 4 bond get contract and these 2 bonds are elongate. These 2 bonds undergo elongation and these 4 bonds are contract. Then it is called as tetragonal elongation. If this 4 bond elongate, and these 2 bond contract, then it is called as tetragonal compression. In tetragonal elongation, 4 bond compress, 2 bond elongate. In tetragonal compression, 4 bond contract, 4 bond elongate, 2 bond contract. The tetragonal elongation require less energy. The tetragonal compression require more energy. Therefore, it requires less energy. Therefore, it is more favorable. Because it requires less energy. It is less favorable. The tetragonal elongation is also called as static distortion. It is also called as static distortion. The tetragonal compression is called as dynamic distortion. It is called as dynamic distortion. It is also called as Z out distortion. It is also called as Z in distortion. Here last electron, in case of copper 2+ ion, the last electron goes in dz square orbital. In tetragonal compression, last electron goes in dx square minus y square orbital. Here energy of dx square minus y square orbital is high. Energy is high. In tetragonal compression, energy of dz square orbital is high. Next, D9 electron in copper +2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we can see tetragonal elongation. Here we can see tetragonal compression. In tetragonal elongation, Z orbital having low energy. Z orbital having low energy. In tetragonal compression, Z orbital having high energy. Now we can see the splitting diagram. It is split into T2G, EG. T2G having 3 orbital, dxy, dyz, dxz. EG having 2 orbital, dx square minus y square and dz square. EG split into dx square minus y square and dz square. T2G split into dxz, dyz and dxy. Here we can see tetragonal elongation. In tetragonal elongation, Z orbital having low energy. Here 2 orbital, dyz, dxz. These 2 Z orbital having lower energy, dxz, dyz. Then dxy orbital. Here Z orbital is dz square. Here dz square orbital having low energy and higher energy in dx square minus y square orbital having high energy. Now we fill electron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here last electron in dz square. This question asked in CSIR NET exam. And which orbital having higher energy? The higher energy in dx square minus y square orbital having higher energy. Now we can see splitting diagram for tetragonal compression. Eg have two orbital dx square minus y square dz square. Eg splits into Eg split into dz square dx square minus y square. T2g split into dxz yz and dxy. Here it is a tetragonal compression. In tetragonal compression, z orbital having high energy. Therefore here dxz dyz. Here dxy. Here dz orbital having higher energy. Here dz square orbital. Here dx square minus y square. Now we can feel electron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here last electron goes in dx square minus y square. In tetragonal compression, last electron goes in dx square minus y square, and orbital having higher energy, the orbital is dz square. Dz square having high energy. Here dx square minus y square having high energy. Now we can see energy level in tetragonal elongation. In tetragonal elongation, xz and yz having a lower energy and dx square minus y square having a higher energy. Dx square minus y square having higher energy, then dz square orbital, then dxy orbital, then dxz and dyz. Dxz and yz having a same energy. Next, energy level in tetragonal compression. In tetragonal compression, z orbital having a high energy. Here dz square orbital, then dx square minus y square, then dxz, dyz, then dxy. Next, EPR in EPR or ESR of copper water 6 plus 2. The ESR of copper water 6 plus 2 is temperature dependent. Copper plus 2 having electronic configuration is D9. T2G EG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At low temperature, below 20 K, it undergo John-Taylor distortion because EG is unsymmetrical and T2G is symmetrical. But above 20 Kelvin, what happen? This electron in T2G undergo excitation. This electron goes in EG orbital. Here EG is symmetrical and T2G is unsymmetrical. Then distortion, then there is a slightly distortion. The strong John Taylor distortion is disappeared. It undergoes slightly distortion. Therefore, the ASR of copper water 6+2 is temperature dependent. Now we can see some examples which are asked in CSIR NET exam. Which of the following complex is stable? A. CrAn thrice +2. B. Cr water 2, ethylene diamine twice +2. C. Cr water 6 +2. First we draw a structure. Ethylene diamine thrice, +2 charge. Here in this structure, this is a C structure. Here we take first water on same side, ethylene diamine same side, here Cr+2, here Cr+2, here Cr+2, all having same electronic configuration D4, but structure is different. In this structure there is a more steric crowding due to this bidentate ligand. As compared to first complex, second complex is in second complex there is a less steric crowding. Here no steric crowding because water is monodentate ligand. Here more steric crowding. Due to steric crowding, first complex is less stable. As compared to second, and last complex is more stable because there is a no steric hindrance. Therefore last complex C is more stable, then second complex, then first complex. The order of stability is CBA. Next example. Which of the following complex shows strong John Taylor distortion? First example, copper ethylene diamine +4, Cr water 6 +3, CO water 6 +3, Ni water 6 +2. Here ligand is water, ethylene diamine. The ethylene diamine and water is weak field ligand. Therefore this complex is high spin complex. Here water is a weak field ligand, but it is an exceptional case. Cobalt +3 in water act as a low spin complex. This complex is low spin complex. This complex is high spin complex. Water is weak field ligand, therefore it is a high spin complex. Ethylene diamine is weak field ligand, but copper +4 in ethylene diamine act as a strong field ligand. This complex is low spin complex. Now we can see the electronic configuration of copper plus 4. Electronic configuration of copper is 3d9 4s2. Electronic configuration of copper plus 4 is 3d7 4s0. The electronic configuration of chromium plus 3 is 3d3 4s0. Electronic configuration of cobalt is 3d6 4s0. Electronic configuration of Ni plus 2 is 3d8 4s0. This complex is low spin complex, therefore pairing of electron 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Here T2G is symmetrical, Eg is unsymmetrical, therefore here is a strong distortion. Therefore answer is A. A shows strong Jahn-Teller distortion. Next 1 2 3. Here T2G is symmetrical, Eg is symmetrical, therefore here is a no distortion. This complex is low spin complex. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Here T2G is symmetrical, Eg is symmetrical, therefore no distortion. In D8 T2G Eg 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Here T2G is symmetrical, Eg is symmetrical, therefore no distortion. Next example is, which of the following complex is more stable? Which of the following complex is trans Cu water twice, ethylene diamide twice plus 2, Cs Cu water twice, ethylene diamide twice plus 2. Which complex is more stable? First we can draw a structure. Here trans, therefore take water trans side, ethylene diamide, Cs take water same side, copper plus 2 electronic configuration is 3d9. Copper plus 2 electronic configuration 3d9. In 3d9 case 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Here is a strong distortion, strong Jahn-Teller distortion, therefore this two bond is elongated. After elongation there is a no steric crowding, no steric crowding. Here after elongation of these two bond, there is a steric crowding between these two groups. Therefore this complex is more stable than this complex.